We had a big victory against cancel culture going on this last couple of days as Kirsche has, kind of thrown her clout around to get Vice to delete a bunch of libelous articles about her, calling her a racist and a bigot and all the things the SJWs always do. Now, this is absolutely huge, and like I said, this is a big turnaround because these media agencies like Vice have done this kind of thing for a long, long time without anybody checking on them, without anybody calling them on it, and now it's gotten to the point where they know they've got problems, and they know, honestly, they could have a lawsuit on their hands for doing this kind of thing, and I think it's going to start changing the course of culture, at least within gaming and gaming news. We know that Kotaku really has gotten gutted over the last few months. We know that other websites like IGN and PC Gamer have done the same. And so you're not getting as much of this type of thing as you used to. It's not to say it's going to go away forever. I mean, we've seen enough of this all over the map to know that SJWs always double down. So there will be a bunch of this, but it might not come from these mainstream news outlets where people actually do believe them for some reason. I don't know why at this juncture, but they do. So this is huge, and kudos to Kirsche for winning this. And let's talk about this and how it's going to change and affect everything in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button. This is part of the reason we started Fandom Pulse, guys, was to cover stuff like this that the mainstream media wouldn't. As of right now, we are the only written news outlet who covered Kirsche's situation. This is our second article on it, and covered it positively, of course, favoring Kirsche, who did nothing wrong in this situation, because we are the only ones who are unafraid to tell it like it is. A lot of people are really just stuck in the mainstream media, and of course, we needed to do something different so we could tell the truth in gaming. We've done so this entire time. We've had real Ubisoft insiders who actually spoke with us, who have confirmed and verified. We had, of course, the scoop on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 being woke when nobody else would cover it back in the day, and this is exactly why we need to have alternatives to something like Vice so we can get the narrative out there. It's really big. If these if people like Kirsche are watching, and if you understand the big picture here, if we set up a media network like this where we have Fandom Pulse going, you have your YouTube channels going, your Twitch channels going, X is going, we can build a narrative and actually change the culture a lot faster than the people who are lying about the culture can do. And so that's my vision, my grand vision with this. It's myself and John Trent. We do this full time. And John Trent used to run Bounding Into Comics, which every YouTuber used. This is the website that everybody just read articles and got popular off of. He got censored at that company. They tried to shut him down because they didn't want him talking about the evil LGBTQ agenda that's permeating everything. And so he moved over to That Park Place. That Park Place, same sort of situation happened. They had advertising partners who wanted to tone his articles down. And so we started this so we wouldn't have to censor ourselves. I used to work at Bounding Into Comics and the Federalist also. We have big-time journalistic backgrounds where we are the real deal in gaming journalism and entertainment journalism. And I hope you'll come to Fandom Pulse. It's in the description below. Sign up, guys. You can sign up for free. That's great. And, of course, what's great is the Substack system is so much better because I don't have to find you via algorithms or anything like that. We're directly connected. And if you want to support, it's just $5 a month. It's a Starbucks cup of coffee. It helps us do this full time. And like I said, we don't have advertisers, and we don't have advertisers just so we don't get leaned on, because we saw what happened with Kirsche, right? Kirsche had a sponsorship, and these Redditors went out there because of this nonsense and harassed the company that was sponsoring her. And that company then cut ties and started censoring gamers and all that. It's very, very dangerous to have sponsors and the like, and that's why I never do it, bottom line. But that's what led to this situation right here. It all came from a couple of Vice articles that were written by this Ana Valens person who's a nutjob SJW who wanted to cancel Kirsche. Very, very sad stuff. Now, Ana Valens has been going off on X and the like, talking about like how she's the victim and getting harassed now because she lied. And you know what? If people bugging you on social media is what's happening because you went and tried to destroy somebody's livelihood and get them canceled, get their livelihood taken away from them, and you get some negative feedback for it, well, boo-hoo, stop it. stop libeling people. That's why I always tell people, these people like Ana Valens, like Smash JT, that go out there and just stir up drama to libel people off with their leftist causes are absolutely disgusting, and this needs to stop across the board. So Kirsche fought back really, really hard, and she crushed it. I mean, she really did. So she was, of course, way on top of this, was not equivocating, was not backing down. And this yesterday, she posted, "Vice has removed all 3 hit pieces on me. I'm glad they did the right thing instead of allowing a deranged ideologue to use their platform for the sole purposes of causing harm to people." Then she tells a couple of other groups to retract their pieces on her in light of this, because what happens with the mainstream media is these other outlets just ape what the first outlet says, and then it becomes, quote, fact just because it's been spread so much. We've seen this so much. It's such a cancer of our society right now, the way these people don't even do the work, don't do any research whatsoever, and then do this kind of thing. Again, this is exactly why we started Fandom Pulse, to combat this, because it needs to be done. And so that's what's happening over on that front. She also wrote a letter to Vice, which is pretty funny. The way she posted it, she acted like she was taping a missive to the wall, like delivering. She said, mailing like a middle of the night ballot drop. Got something for you. Made sure it's on par with your company's journalistic quality, so you'll take it seriously. Very funny stuff right here. I love this. It just very cutely done. Hey Vice, WTF? I'm Kirsche. I'm a VTuber, which means I stream with a digital avatar, and it looks like this. You can catch me. Interestingly enough, I was not expecting the avatar to actually look like Kirsche, but hey, that's another thing. Sometimes I guess that happens. You never know on the internet, right? And so she says, you can catch me on my streams, Twitch or YouTube. I play games. I watch memes. Share my thoughts on the news. You know what streamers do. I basically just tangent on whatever I find interesting, and my honorable chatters affectionately call me a whiplash streamer. I have over 9,000 browser tabs and 884,000 fans across YouTube, Twitch, and X. I'm also not a Nazi. Pretty funny. I don't think anybody is these days. There's no national German Socialist Party to my knowledge, except for maybe Kanye West and his N-words, because that's what he says. But I'm not sure they're legitimate Nazis for whatever reason. But you can look into that if you want. They walk funny. They did too much meth and didn't like to laugh. They probably would hate me and most of my friends. So how come you keep calling me one? Vice used to be known for honest, real stuff. I got to laugh at this one. I'm like, what? Vice used to be known for honest, real stuff? They did? They're kind of like what Gawker aspired to be before, it decided to step into the ring, brother. You did a whole issue dedicated to people who are mentally ill. You sent Dennis Rodman to North Korea. You even used to call out the mainstream media for not getting YouTube. In any event, starting about a month ago, Waypoint, which is one of your verticals, a quasi-independent outlet, a failed gaming news site you're trying to revive, something most people don't know exists. Either way, it started publishing articles about me saying I'm a bigot, a Nazi simp, and I'm responsible for all sorts of online harassment. Completely untrue, of course, but why me? Why now? I'm an anime fox woman, and once a respectable news org would want with me, is it 2018 all over again? Is Vice the PC police for VTubers? Let me break it down. I know I've covered this in the past, and here it is. So this is one of the articles. Why is Gamer Sups VTuber pushing the great replacement theory? Now, this is interesting right here. And so this article, of course, the great replacement theory is that the Democrats especially are trying to actually replace white people. And this is happening not only in gaming and TV, which it legitimately is. It's not a theory. It's happening. You could see it in every Netflix casting of every single show. And you could also see it in the fact that they're importing different demographics from different countries in hurried rates, which is absolutely crazy. It's not a theory. They are replacing white people. They do want white people dead. So I'm going to say that unequivocally, and I'm not scared to say it on here for one. But this is pretty wild on this. But the article in its attachment to Kirsche was really nebulous at best. And as she says, she has over 184,000 fans. You're accusing me of bigotry because one of my fans is a supposed Nazi. That's like saying McDonald's supports communism because Kim Jong-un likes Big Macs. And so rather than back this up, the article starts talking about Gamer Sups is in hot water. This is a sponsor of hers, with many VTuber fans due to the behavior of one particular creator, and that's Kirsche, an anime fox girl with a knack for sharing alt-right talking points. Oh my gosh, the alt-right. Is this 2017? At what point it begs the question whether GamerSupps will one day pull the plug. And she says, this is the first time in my hearing about this controversy. It's called manufacturing consensus. This is very true. Where activists claim everyone agrees with them to make their points seem legitimate. Yeah, this happens a lot in online culture. And this is exactly what cancel mobs do. Note the paragraph does not cite a single source. It's also true I've never hidden my political leanings, and that's that. And all the sources cited are anonymous posts on Reddit. So it was literally Redditors causing a problem. And gosh, if you've watched my Warhammer 40K videos this week, in the last couple of weeks about what's going on Reddit, it's a nasty place. That place, we'll call it the alt-left. I think that's what we can call them at this juncture. Reddit is a terrible thing, which should be shut down. Ban Reddit. Here is the headline of the second article, which is VTubing has an elephant in the room, bigotry. Oh my gosh. And there's this sort of deal right here. Obviously, I think harassment is bad. I don't do it. I tell all my fans not to do it, she says. Okay. This is her comments on this sort of thing right here. So I love that GamerSupps supports VTubers from every side of the political spectrum, and that's exactly what they want to stop, right? That's exactly what Vice is after and Ana Valens is after. They want everything to be shut down for anybody who's right-leaning at all. That is the whole point of all of these people always. They've tried to deplatform us. They actually say they want us deplatformed on a regular basis. You see it all the time. Alyssa Mercante, formerly from Kotaku, was talking about this, about how Kirsche should be deplatformed the other day, which is like, wow, geez, like this is a free speech country. Get over it. And that's something that the left wants to change very drastically. They've been trying to do it for the last 10 years, trying to make it very, very hard for us to work, to make money and the like. And of course, they've got the backing of some of the big tech. I mean, YouTube is not the best, my friends. And of course, that's what's been happening this entire time. So good on GamerSupps for not bowing for this. Waypoint stands with Ana Valens. This is the third article. She says harassment is bad. No one should do it. That's that. So the time for games is over. Irony totally not dead. Are we still talking about VTubing, right? Anyway, not to be all, you started it, but you literally started it. There was no controversy. No one apart from a few anonymous internet trolls. Vice quotes in its articles was butthurt about what I was doing or saying on my stream until you started writing articles calling me a Nazi, and now you're calling me a bully at this time to start a war. And this is what these people do every single time. They claim you're the one that's attacking them and the like after they've spent months and months and months trying to cancel you. I had to deal with this with Smash JT just a couple of weeks ago. The exact sort of thing. He just came after me. Allegedly, like I found out on my stream, it was weird. Like he was talking about some game which I didn't even know much about. And he said, well, what did you think about that? And I'm like, I didn't think anything about it. And he's like, well, Melanie Mack said something. And I'm like, so I'm not Melanie Mack. And so it was a guilt by association thing that got him on this train to do this, to try to like go and like cancel me for somebody else's things. It's very, very bizarre. Exact same situation here. And that's exactly why, of course, he's getting into his own trouble at this point with all the stuff he said about me and Razorfist and Melanie Mack. Of course, it's been wild over there. But this is what they do. They do this sort of stuff, and then like they start making videos going, oh, he's obsessed with me. It's like, well, I replied to something you said after you did a 30-minute video on me. What are you talking about? And that's exactly what's happening. And Kirsche is having to deal with this too and actually doing great on this as well. So this is 2018 style cancel culture all over again, or is this VTuber gate? Don't start another gate, Kirsche. No gates. Please, no more gates. It's getting pretty tired. Someone says something you don't agree with, start saying they're controversial, name drop all the brands they work with, play the victim card, or rage tweet them until their sponsors bail. Like I said, this is the real reason I do not have sponsors, don't even try to acquire sponsors, because I know that if you can just tell the truth, you can win, and you could do it without that. It's so important to do in these spaces these days. Now, Kirsche is doing a great job, and I love this takedown of Vice. I thought it was fantastic. But yes, when there are sponsors, you do have vulnerabilities, and this does go to show that. Fortunately, a lot of the sponsors are getting to the point now where they are not listening to this kind of thing, not giving anybody troubles, but we still have a lot of work to do, and this is a great start. Getting Vice to take down these articles is a huge win, and this talk to our Vice, and this is exactly why I think they took it down. I don't want to go to court over this. I think Vice got very, very scared there. And yes, she says, Vice, is this what you want? I don't think they did. Do you want to be the PC police for VTubers? On your front page right now, you have articles about crazy, horny mud truckers and how cool it is to be a goth in the Ukraine right now, but my stream is too controversial. So she asked nicely, and that was that, and that ended this whole deal. And like I said, the person Ana Valens is shrieking about saying she's getting harassment and the like, when again, she just picked the fight. She's the one who did this. She's the one who tried to knock down Kirsche as a right-wing creator. And I'm very, very glad that Kirsche is winning. So yes, this is where we're at today. Huge epic win. Congratulations, Kirsche. Congratulations to the gaming community. Congratulations, of course, to stopping the fake news outlets doing what they do best. And this is why we started our news outlet that's the real deal, the only one that's covering the Kirsche situation. Really appreciate you guys for being here. We got a bunch of new subscribers today, and you guys are amazing. We're cultivating readers because reading is so important for people to stay informed. Make sure to share the Fandom Pulse Substack out there. Grab it in the description below. I'll make sure you guys can get signed up really easily. Stay in contact, and thanks for being here. Hit the like and subscribe button. We'll be back soon.